6 rounds into the 2024 Supercross season, we have our 5th winner.
But like I said, I haven't won that much and I don't win that much anymore, so.
Humble words from a racer once poised to become king of his world, only to be forced to overcome tremendous adversity in the form of not one, but 2 devastating arm injuries, to once again become one of the top 10 winningest Supercross riders of all time. Roczen's win was his first of the season, his 3rd in Glendale, and the 22nd of his career. Just 2 weeks earlier, Cooper Webb's Triple Crown victory had pulled Coop out of a tie for 10th with Roczen. But now, the longtime rivals are tied once again. Jet Lawrence, despite being elbowed off the track by Cooper Webb in the opening moments of the race, regrouped from well back in the pack to battle past the likes of his former teammate Chase Sexton, former points leader Aaron Plessinger, his own big brother Hunter. That one wasn't much of a battle. Before finally chasing down Eli Tomac to take the last spot on the podium from the former 2-time champion on the 15th lap of the 20-lap main. On the one hand, Lawrence mostly rode a smooth and composed race, with racecraft acumen that belies his years. On the other hand, is a fist. Lawrence refused to abandon an inside-out approach to the Supercross triple that resulted in his Honda spinning the rear wheel off the face, and very nearly his own demise, not once, but twice. Sometimes seemingly composed beyond his years, at others still showing all the hubris of youth. After giving Lawrence a solid elbow, Webb looked racy and on his way forward in the opening minutes of the main. That look would be short-lived. Webb, not known as a blue group specialist, has only an average finish of 7th place in Glendale in previous years. And that is exactly where he would end up at the end of the night. Previous points leader Chase Sexton had the red plate slip from his grasp. It's little wonder that he couldn't hold on to it, as he reportedly couldn't even hold on to his own handlebars as late as Thursday before the race. Nursing a hand injury, Sexton put in a valiant effort, but was not a player out front. Kawasaki's Jason Anderson, who had been the fastest qualifier earlier in the day, gave chase to Roczen early, but would have to settle in the end for second, the 48th podium performance of his career. Former points leader Aaron Plessinger won his heat race for the 2nd successive week. He shot out of the gate in the main just a click behind Kenny, and looked poised to possibly chase Roczen down for the lead. Plessinger ran second for 2 laps before tucking the front end and slipping all the way back to 19th, then clawed his way back into the top 10 by the time the checkers flew. Tomac finished 1 position behind Lawrence in 4th for what is surprisingly his 2nd-best finish of the year. Tomac not only fell well short of a 6th Arizona win, he was unable to hold on to a podium position. After clearing his brother Hunter in the 7th lap, Jet was over a second faster than Tomac on lap 9, and nearly that on laps 11 and 14, while closing in and going around Eli. The elder Lawrence brought it home in 5th place after smartly giving way to his baby brother midway through the main for his best yet finish in the Premier class. It was the first time 2 brothers have ever finished in the top 5 of the same Premier class main event. As a quick note, Talon Volan, Max's dad, and Tyson Volan, Max's uncle, did it many, many moons ago, but in the support class.
Talk about exciting race action. We have got it. This is now Mr. Volan. There goes Talon Volan. He takes over the number 1 spot, and Tyson follows him. Now we've got brothers in 1st and 2nd. We've got a brotherly love battle for the lead in this one.
Hunter now sits 9th in points, even after failing to qualify for the main at the first round in Anaheim. He's actually having a rather stellar rookie year, overshadowed by the fierce fight at the front, and of course, as usual, by his own younger brother. The winner on the night now sits just 6th in the standings, but is only 15 points down. Imagine what could have been had Roczen not fallen while in the lead of the San Diego main. Roczen's 2024 has been a mix of highs and lows, with his previous podium finishes at San Francisco and Detroit intertwined with frustrating results from the opening round and San Diego mixed in. 6 rounds into the 2024 season, we've had our 5 winners. It's very rare to have more. In fact, we've only had more than 5 once in the last 20 years. In 2015, when 6 different riders managed to stand atop the podium. Though former champions Tomac and Anderson each scored a Triple Crown victory at the second Anaheim, both are on the outside looking in. Anderson won 7 races in 2022, and few would have thought that he'd go winless in 23. But that's what happened. His strong ride to second in Glendale suggests that he's right on the verge, picking up that elusive first win in 2 seasons. For Tomac, Daytona looms large on the upcoming schedule. The season starts there, according to Ricky Carmichael. Statistics don't actually show that, but certainly it could prove to be the turnaround point for Eli's campaign. Coming into Glendale, the points chase was as tight as it's ever been, even at this relatively early point in the season, and now it's even tighter. Although the pointy end did get a bit sharper, with the actual gap between first and second jumping from just 1 point to now 6. Perhaps the firmest numerological indication of how 5 racers have thus far split the wins like loot from a heist is that Jet's 117 total is the lowest of any points leader at this point in the season, ever, since the schedule expanded to 17 rounds in 2008. Consider that if Anderson had not been penalized 2 positions in the final standings at the Anaheim Triple Crown for riding alongside the Whoops, he would currently be 3rd in the points instead of 5th. And again, had Roczen not fallen from the lead in San Diego, it's possible he'd be the racer holding the red plate right now. Also from the ifs and buts department, had Jet not crashed in that 3rd Triple Crown race, he would likely have a larger points gap to work with. Likewise, had AP not low-sided in Glendale, he might have regained the red plate he held for 2 rounds. And had Sexton not injured his hand... Since the adoption of the 17-round series 16 years ago, the points leader, after 6 rounds, has gone on to win the title 10 times. As the series heads back east in earnest, the chase continues. With a hiatus in the schedule this weekend, we'll be back next week with a look at the antecedents of Arlington Supercross, the storied history of the sport in Dallas, and the prospects for the top racers as we enter the second third of the season. Meanwhile, thanks for watching this. And do feel free to hit the like and subscribe button. It's free.